an underrated Stephen King adaptation finally gets the 4K treatment. Let's talk about it. What is going on, everybody? Tom Chattelbash here, and if you love 4K movies and physical media collecting in general, then rest assured you are in the right place, and without further ado, it is time to jump into my review of the new 4K release of 1408 from Lionsgate Limited. Now, before I jump into this review, if you love movie reviews and TV reviews, definitely check out my main channel where I review the latest in both of those categories. Link to that in the description, where you'll also find my socials. And now that that's out of the way, let's talk about 1408. Now, I think 1408 is absolutely one of the most underrated Stephen King adaptations. You know, this adaptation, which stars John Cusack and Samuel L. Jackson, I think it's an amazing supernatural story. I think it's a really well done film. It's a surprisingly very scary and effective horror film, especially for a PG-13 film. And I've been singing its praises for years. It's in my daily spooky season rotation, and I've been secretly hoping for a 4K release of this one for a long time, and I was kind of hoping it was going to come to 4K this past Halloween season, but it didn't. But still, we're getting it here at the top of 2026, so I'll take the win, I'll take the victory. Let's talk about it. Now, like I said, this release comes to us from Lionsgate Limited. They've been crushing it with their releases lately, and I love their packaging. I mean, this slipcover packaging looks beautiful. I love that it looks like the hotel room door. It even has like the peephole toward the bottom of the front cover, and inside you get your two 4K discs and your Blu-ray disc, and both of the 4K discs come with special features, and you get your theatrical cut and your director's cut on 4K. I don't think the director's cut has Atmos, but it's still in 4K nonetheless, so fans of the movie, you'll get both cuts of this movie in 4K, which is always great to see. And I just love the attention to detail on the design. It's a really fun piece for collectors to pick up, and if you're a fan of the movie, it's a real treat picking this one up. It's got a great feel to it as well. Just well done, Lionsgate. You continue to crush it. Now, this 4K release comes to us in Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos. I was definitely more excited for the latter because this is a very atmospheric film. Some great jump scares are thrown in there, but it's very atmospheric. There's great use of sound effects, and I also really enjoyed the 5.1 track that's been on, the previous release, even though I definitely wanted an uptick in clarity for sure. I felt like this movie could really look great in 4K. So I was definitely interested to see how the Dolby Vision was going to look, how much better it was going to look in the format. I was hoping for a big, overall increase in quality. So let's talk about the video and audio. First, let's talk about the Dolby Vision here. I think that this movie just looks great in 4K. I mean, I love the cinematography of the film, but the blacks are nice and inky. The contrast is great. The colors are really nice and are definitely true to the film's palette. And I feel like there's a great uptick in clarity and detail. There's amazing close-ups. There's one scene in particular that's a big standout for me early on in the film, where John Cusack meets Samuel L. Jackson's character for the first time, where the latter is trying to convince Cusack's character not to stay in 1408 because of all of the awful things that have happened there and just how haunted that room is. And just that whole scene in particular, my jaw was almost on the floor just because anytime it cut to a close-up, it just looked beautiful. Or even when they're in the elevator together, it looks beautiful. And when once you're in the room, it still looks terrific. I mean, this is a great presentation throughout. Grain is really resolved nicely. It just definitely doesn't feel like a movie that is, digitally scrubbed in any way, shape, or form. The colors really pop here. Just a great Dolby Vision presentation of the movie. I don't think fans are going to be let down with this one. It's a huge upgrade. It looks so much better than the HD release that I've been watching for years and have had on rotation. It's a huge, huge upgrade. But like I said, I was more so excited for the Atmos track because I feel like this is a movie that could absolutely benefit from a really good Atmos track. And thankfully, I think for the most part, this is a really fun Atmos mix that makes great use of the height channels, especially when you're in 1408 and all these spooky things are happening and spirits are doing their spirit thing and haunting Cusack's character. And the jump scares, I think, hit a lot harder in this mix. It's definitely a punchier mix, I think, and I think it makes great use of the surrounds as well. I mean, this is the kind of movie you definitely want to show off your system a little bit with, and it definitely makes great use of, like I said, the surrounds, and just the dialogue is nice and clear and crisp. It's just a really fun audio presentation that's dynamic, it's thoughtful, it's fun. I definitely think it's an improvement on its predecessor. So yeah, I mean, overall, 1408, I think it looks and sounds great in 4K. Is it a reference disc? No. But for me, I'm pretty easy to please when it comes to 4K releases. Yes, there have been some in the past year or so that have definitely disappointed me, but this is one I've been looking forward to for a while, and thankfully it does not disappoint. I think Lionsgate did a terrific job with this one. They've been really knocking it out of the park with a lot of their 4K releases, and not only that, but they really pay attention to the packaging. They put a lot of care and thought and effort into it, and I really appreciate that because a lot of these releases I've been picking up from them lately just look awesome, and they're so much fun to have as a collector. So thank you, Lionsgate. Thank you for making the transfer's good, and the packaging good. You don't often see that. So that is my take on the new 4K release of 1408. But if you've checked it out, let me know in the comments what you think of this new 4K release. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Do you think it's okay? Are you thinking about picking it up? If you haven't done so already, let me know down below. Plenty more 4K reviews headed your way. And until next time, everybody, I'm Tom Chattelbash, YouTube's most reliable movie critic.